need to try this. Maybe I have tried this. Is this one of the best Kilians that I've been sleeping on for too long? I haven't reacted to Josephine Juice de Rose in one of her videos for quite a while now. I remember reacting to her top 40 sexiest men's fragrances in 3 minutes. That video went viral. There's another video that's more relevant to the current season we're in. Her winter video titled Top 20 Winter Colognes for Men in Under 2 Minutes, which was released in 2022, so in fairness it's a little bit outdated, but I think it might be quite an interesting video to see if I agree or disagree with Josephine's top sexiest picks for men. Let's watch it together for the first time and see what we think.
The Best Winter Colognes for Men 2023 edition, under 2 minutes.
So this is for 2023, but it was released in December 2022.
Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Malle le Parfum. Le Malle on steroids.
I wouldn't say it's just the original Le Malle on steroids. It's different to the original Le Malle. It's more mature, romantic, warm. It's sort of like if the original Le Malle had a baby with La Nuit de l'Homme. It's cardamom heavy. It has a unique touch of iris as well. It's a little bit more masculine, rugged. It's not the party playboy of the 90s of the original Le Malle. It's that same guy now grown up. He has a mortgage and 2 kids and a BMW, why not?
Tom Ford, Tuscan leather. Sexiest, fruity leather.
Now, when she says fruity leather, let's bear in mind, you know, the raspberry is like a supporting note in Tuscan leather. It's a smoky, leathery beast, and it's not easy. Ombre leather is easier for most guys, and in fairness, I probably recommend ombre leather over Tuscan leather, but it's still a great fragrance. It's worth trying and checking out, but it's not easy. It's kind of polarizing, I can see why.
Prada, Luna Rossa Black. He's an 11 out of 10.
Yeah, I think it's a sexy fragrance, Prada Luna Rossa Black. It's rubbery, tonka bean, dark. It's very unique. It's a very mysterious, edgy, and unforgettable date night fragrance that doesn't scream for attention. It kind of brings you closer to explore more.
Maison Margiela, Replica, Jazz Club. Speak easy, jazz, and flapper girls.
Easily the best fragrance in Maison Margiela from what I've tried anyways. It is spicy, boozy, woody, ambery, tobacco, very balanced, has enough complexity but still being easy to wear. I think it's unisexually masculine overall, a really sexy evening scent in general.
Nasomatto, Black Afgano. Powdery, soapy cannabis.
Interesting that you describe Black Afgano as soapy, because when I had that bottle, it was beastly cannabis with woody ambers and oud. It was dark, smoky, intense, 30 ml is all you needed. Like, even if you look at that juice, you think it's not that much, but that's all you will need because 2 half sprays will last over 20 hours on your skin. It was a beast. Very sexy, but quite a tricky fragrance to wear.
Givenchy Gentleman Eau Boisee. Gentleman, but naughty.
So when I did my gentleman buying guides, you know, I like to hate on that line in general. I say it's the poor man's Dior Homme Intense, but I actually really liked Eau Boisee. I think I got 6 to 8 hours of a really sexy, balanced DNA in that line. It was that warm, woody, ambery iris of the gentleman line, but a little bit soapy, a little bit clean. It ended up being quite sexy and unique. So I really like this flanker. It might be like an 8.5, 9 out of 10 for me.
Carolina Herrera Mystery Tobacco. Syrupy, bold tobacco.
Interesting name with a fairly interesting note breakdown. Looks like a dark, slightly sweet tobacco fragrance with patchouli and tonka bean there. It might be very good, it has very good ratings as well. Have you guys tried this fragrance by Carolina Herrera? Let us know your experience with it in the comments down below. But then again, a lot of people say it's similar to Red Tobacco / Carlisle, so it's kind of in that family. If you own Carlisle or Red Tobacco, especially Red Tobacco Intense, do you really need this scent, especially if it's a more expensive fragrance? I'm not sure.
Bulgari Man in Black. Dark, sweet temptation.
Yeah, Man in Black is attractive, mature, refined. That's the original anyways, and I think the Man in Black Parfum is even better. I definitely think you should check that out. It is more intense and longer lasting.
Dior Homme Intense. Its husband material.
Spot on. Romantic, sensible, sensitive, refined soul is the kind of guy I imagine wearing Dior Homme Intense. Beautiful powdery iris and cacao perfumery.
Kilian Straight to Heaven. Enchanted Damp Forest.
I need to remind myself of the note breakdown. Boozy, fruity, patchouli, woodiness. Okay, I need to try this. Maybe I have tried this. Is this one of the best Kilians that I've been sleeping on for too long?
Viktor and Rolf Spicebomb Extreme. Your best wingman.
Although bear in mind, it's quite a limited fragrance. I think it's winter only Spicebomb Extreme, and I will say it's very loud, so don't over apply unless you got a really weak reformulated bottle. So it depends what bottle of which year of your Spicebomb Extreme you have.
Guerlain, L'Homme Idéal Extrême. Plum liquor, tobacco.
I'm so glad you mentioned L'Homme Idéal Extreme. I feel like it's a really underrepresented flanker in the L'Homme Idéal line from fragrance reviewers. Very sexy, balanced plum, boozy, almost like a Coca-Cola effect going on here. Really interesting notes of almond and leather, but nothing ever feels like it's overbearing. It's super beautifully balanced. I personally prefer it still over the L'Homme Idéal Eau de Parfum.
Parfum de Marly, Herrera. A ladies' magnet.
I kind of think Herrera's a little bit overrated. It smells quite simplistic, smooth, sweet, cinnamon tobacco. I think this DNA used to be present or close enough with fragrances like Zara's Rich Warm Addictive and 1 Million Privé, which both I believe are discontinued. So I kind of think the fragrance is overpriced, but I can see the mass appeal behind it. But I think it's just like, it's a solid fragrance. It's an 8 out of 10 for me personally. But hey, some of you guys really love it. I think it's very smoothly done, but the performance could be better as well on my skin personally.
Roja Parfum, Enigma, Parfum Cologne. Boisee, Coca-Cola.
Boisee Coca-Cola with an animalic, mature woodiness in there. Sort of like you're a mature 60-year-old man having a late night drink in your evening library, let's say, something like that, that kind of vibe. Enigma is not for everyone, but it's a cool creation by Roja for sure.
Frederic Malle, Musc Ravageur, a wild night.
Musky, sexy ambers is what I remember from my sample of Musc Ravageur, one of my favorites from Frederic Malle that I've tried so far.
Penhaligon's The Blazing Mr. Sam, old money gentleman.
Yeah, I think that's a fair description. Blazing Mr. Sam is the more modernized, easier to wear Halfeti in my opinion. Spicy, dry, woody, smells ambery, a bit boozy, balanced, masculine. 6 hours performance with a soft immediate projection. One of my favorites from the brand, definitely worth checking out.
Matière première, encens suave. Incense-infused coffee.
I've heard a lot of good things about encens suave. Incense-infused coffee sounds really interesting. Have you guys tried this fragrance? Let us know your experience with it in the comments down below as well. Is it worth checking out?
BDK Gris Charnel Extrait. Untamed, sexy, wild.
I'm not sure if it's untamed and wild, but I think it's a very sexy fragrance. BDK Gris Charnel Extrait. It's cardamom, fig, sandalwood, some vanilla in here. It's ambery. It's more deep and rich than the Eau de Parfum. I don't think the Eau de Parfum is worth it in my opinion. The Extrait seems to be better, more interesting. However, a lot of people don't seem to make this comparison. I think that BDK Gris Charnel Extrait and Parfum de Marly's Pegasus Exclusive have a lot of similarities that overlap. And when I actually got my bottle of Pegasus Exclusive, I started to notice that. But a lot of people don't say that similarity, which is quite interesting. I wonder if you guys, any of you watching this, have both bottles and want to compare them and see if you agree or disagree. If you look at the note breakdowns, actually a lot of the notes they have do overlap. And I think it is that combination from both fragrances of the cardamom, the sandalwood, and vanilla. They're both prominent in both fragrances, in my opinion.
Maison Crivelli ingredients. Hipster chic vibes.
I only have Maison Crivelli's Oud Maracuja, which is a great scent. I've tried 2 other fragrances. They gave us samples of that bottle purchase. Wasn't the biggest fan, but I feel like this house is getting a lot of hype in general, which I think is well deserved.
And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Josephine. I think that was a really cool list. I think it was a good mixture of the designer fragrances, the niche fragrances, more established houses, more indie or more artisanal houses. I think Josephine always knows her stuff, and of course this is an old video from 2 years ago, so of course she knows more winter fragrances. You guys should go to her channel. We'll leave a link to the original video in the video description down below, guys. Go check her out, go show her some love and subscribe. And let me know, guys, what do you think of the sexiest men's winter fragrances that Josephine picked out today? Do you agree or disagree with my opinions on them as well? Let us know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to check out my previous video on winter fragrances. I'll give it a perfect 10 out of 10. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.